Sup, bitches? I'm here. It's not my session, but I'm here.
He's here. Of course he's here. Ready. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw you in here just so that you can actually see what's going on.
Just so you guys know, Sigmund is not actually present.
We'll just keep you there. Alright.
No, it's just a Ninwa section because
This is a
Ninwa has been.
Ninwa.
This is a
Ninwa only session.
This is a Ninvar only session. Here we are going
With-
over what Ninvar has been doing while the party has been dealing with the bandits.
With probably like
So,
a
on a side
small
note-
ghost of Sigmund in his that's been implanted in his brain, going like, "That's a bitch."
So, Ninvar, you've decided to stay behind in the castle to spy on the princess. So I've gone ahead and labeled all the entrances and exits as to what's in each door. Feel free to move on your own, and
First off, what time of day is it?
So this right here would probably be shortly after the party left, so this would probably either be late afternoon or early evening.
Would I have time to run out and get a disguise kit?
A disguise kit? Yeah,
Yes.
I think you'd have enough time to go out and get a disguise kit.
Do you know how much gold that would? I would buy one. So
I think a disguise kit is like 50 gold.
done.
Yeah, I'll drag one onto your character sheet.
Flashback, Sigmund. Find out a bit about that princess before we get back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me turn this back on. There you go. So first things first.
You should
do
have
I
a
see
disguise
any
kit.
guards patrolling? Okay, so am I? Okay, am I still welcomed in the castle, or?
Technically, no. Your party has left to take on the Valley of Corrupted Gravity, and the guards expect that you and along with the rest of the party have left.
Okay. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's this. Alright, so first things first. I'm gonna cast. Pass without a trace on myself.
Okay.
So, I have advantage, so I don't make a sound.
Yep.
Wait, is that the right one? No, it's silence. Hold on.
Pass without a trace gives you +10 to stealth.
And you can't be tracked except by magical means.
Yep.
Oh, so they're basically the same thing. Oh yeah, I'll do pass without trace. Hold on. I gotta get back to my sheets. Let's see. I'm going to cautiously try to. Actually, I'll try to go over here and see.
Okay.
There's nothing over here, is there?
No, but you can use the shade in that as part of your shadow step, or you can just attempt to hide there.
Okay. Alright, then, I'm just gonna go into the training room.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna, like, peer in before I go. This is all cautiously, so...
Yes. So as you peer into the training room, you see several knights are training with practice dummies, and some of them are sparring with each other.
Okay. And then I'm not gonna go in that room. I'm just peering in.
Okay.
And I'll go over here and just peer into this room.
Peering around the dock, you see there are a few guards hanging around there, uh, but there is no boat in the dock at the moment, so there's not a whole lot there.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly make my way upstairs, still like being alert and cautious.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check real quick.
Okay. Come on. And this is with pass without a chase, so
Yes.
that's a
Okay.
36.
Okay, so you are successfully hidden. Um, so, looking around, you do see a few guards. They don't seem to notice you as they're patrolling the hallways. But yeah, so they haven't spotted you.
I'm gonna like get up against this wall so they don't see me if they're up in the top of upper balcony.
Okay.
Um, what's I see this as the kitchen. I'm trying to figure out what's over here.
Go ahead and
It's
just
just the
slide
shade of
over.
walls covering it. Okay, guest quarters. Um, if alright, I want to peer into the kitchen.
Alrighty. So
Oh, kitchen's over here.
yeah.
I
So
thought it was down there.
so as you peer into the kitchen, you see several maids hard at work. Dinner is already done, and they're cleaning up. Um, you notice one of the maids is, commenting under her breath about how Emily leaves such a mess nowadays. They're not exactly very happy about it.
Okay. Uh, then I'm just gonna continue. So this is Emily's room.
Yes.
We'll sneak over this way.
Okay, so sneaking over that way, Emily's room is actually up an extremely large tower. However, utilizing your shadow step, you're
Okay.
easily able to the climb up the tower. And are you actually going to enter her room, or how are you planning on approaching this?
I'm guessing you don't have a map for her room.
Not just yet, no.
Okay. Um,
So,
if I remember correctly, isn't
there,
there a balcony?
yes, there is a balcony and a very large window leading out to said balcony.
All right, I'm gonna utilize that. So I'm taking a detailed note right now of her room. I'm just kind of like right now
Okay.
just scoping out the place.
Okay. So,
Um,
I assume you're looking through the window and from the balcony.
no, I'm just look. Yeah, I am.
Okay. So, as you peer into her room, you see that it is an absolute mess. If you didn't know any better, you'd swear this place had been tossed and ransacked with somebody searching for something. And whether or not they found it is yet to be determined. The bed sheets are sprawled all over the bed. There's books and such all over the floor. There's food leftovers just kind of lying around. Clothing all over the place. And you even see a painting of Princess Emily hanging on the wall that's just been slightly skewed. And
Is she in there?
yes, looking in there, you see Princess Emily is in the room, lying on her bed, on her back. And she seems to be muttering to herself.
Alright. It's still afternoon, I'm assuming. So
It,
I'm gonna wait until it's dark to do something.
yeah, it is early evening, so the sun is starting to set.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna go back and kind of scope some more stuff out.
Okay.
Oops.
It's at this point in the day that John ended up pushing Sigmund into that reverse gravity.
That son of a bitch.
So I want to go back up here. I'm being followed by another monk.
Ooh.
Now you need to speak in Draconic. There's no other bitch.
you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Alright, I'm gonna go over here. Okay, so that's Lisa's room, so I'm gonna peer into the guest quarters.
Okay. Peering into the guest quarters, you see several finely made beds. There doesn't appear to be anyone in here. Just several beds, all nicely made.
Ooh, I'll have to get that another day, but I want to also, I should have also picked up like a, not a calligraphy set, but like a painter set. Like where I could have like a
Ooh,
giant, like a paintbrush, I could write stuff on the walls.
one moment, somebody's
Just
knocking
thought
on my
about that.
door.
Sneak in and just write in celestial stuff. Write in draconic. In like crimson paint or something.
This, folks, is you will hear several outbursts from Ghost Sigmund, but you will not hear Sigmund in his full form. Not until tomorrow.
Yes, this is a This is a kind of a one-off. Because I have been gone for 2 weeks on personal affairs, and they've allowed me to do a one-shot to see what I am doing. So this is
Plus,
completely off script.
Sorry
plus,
about that. Apparently, my dinner's here.
so is mine. I'm eating it right now. Currently. It's delicious.
I didn't have dinner.
Aw.
I'd share mine with you, but you're like just a few thousand miles away.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I
I'd give you some
appreciate
of
it.
my fried chicken, but
No, I started a new job. I actually get my first paycheck tomorrow, but I'm literally on my like
Last
beans and
dollar.
rice right now. Yeah, I'm on my last olive.
Damn. Okay, so what have we
Anyway,
decided to do?
that okay. I'm just continue like taking notes of everything. I'm just gonna do the same thing to Lisa's room. Just sneak up, just see what I see.
Okay. So as you sneak up to Princess Lisa's room, um, same thing. It is up a very large tower, and when you reach her balcony, um, You see her sitting in front of a what appears to be a glowing pedestal that she appears to be praying to. You can tell that she's talking, but you can't really see anyone else in the room. And the pedestal is, like I said, glowing. So,
Do I recognize the pedestal or whatever was on the pedestal?
yes. So Princess Lisa actually took you guys into her room at one time to commune with the stars, and she used this altar to do so. So at the moment, you can only.
I don't think I was here for that session.
Maybe you were, maybe you weren't.
I might have. That might have been the session.
Oh, no.
I might have been like half asleep.
Yeah, I think that was the session you ended up passing out on. But yeah, so Princess Lisa, she from what your character can recall, she is praying to the stars. You can only assume for guidance.
Okay.
The Sigmund in your brain.
I'm pretty much leaving Lisa alone. I mean, I'm a little screwing with her, but mainly the other one. Is it possible that I can run out real quick and buy a painter set? I know that's not an actual item, but But I want to make sure I can find like crimson blood. But I might actually just do that. I'm gonna do that in the morning, actually.
Okay.
So when I'm like done here until when we go to the next one, it's gonna ramp up. So this is just kind of like this night is probably just gonna be me snooping around and just seeing what I see.
Okay.
And then finally, I'm just gonna peer into the phone room.
Okay. Can you cross the throne room threshold on your own? No.
No.
No. Stop moving so I can grab you. Okay.
I'm just peering into it to see what I see.
Okay. Well, looking into the throne room, you can see King Zior sitting on his throne, and he actually appears to be asleep. There's a guard on either side of him, but yeah, the king is asleep in his throne room.
Okay. He's a busy man. Is the throne room from the entrance beyond 30 feet?
The actual throne? Yeah.
60 feet. Okay.
Quite the ways.
Okay. I'm not gonna try to sneak onto the balcony. I don't think anything would be interesting out there.
Okay, so would you like me to drag you out then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Nidra, our own personal Sasuke.
Actually, hang on. I think I might have a way to do this without having. I think I might have a way to have Sigmund see what's going on without him. Wrong button. Without him having to actually follow you. There. So now he should be able to see what you see. So we can just remove his token.
You linked our character sheets, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because I saw something happen with my character sheet. I was like, what the heck? My character sheet reloaded.
Yeah. So Sigmund should be able to see everything that you see.
I see nothing.
You see nothing.
I see nothing.
Hold
It's
on.
good. It's good. I can theater of the mind. It's fine. Oh wait, now I can see. We're good.
Okay, I had moved my token. You probably also can pull up my character sheet at that point.
I'm
Uh,
not going to.
no. Well, he can move around your token, but actually, your character sheet is in
Okay.
everyone's journal. I have everyone's set like that. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. So we're not gonna do that just yet. Okay. So how long? What's the passage of time right now? Was this like a couple minutes, a couple hours? Is it fully dark outside?
Well,
Is like the town winding down for the night?
after you fully explored the castle, it is a rather large castle, so it's been quite a bit of time. I'd say it's late in the evening now. The sun is fully set, and most of the town has
Can you give me
shut
like a
down for the
rough
night.
time, like 11,
Um,
11, 12?
let's see. If I had to pick a time, it would probably be about 10 to 11 p.m. Most of the
Okay.
town is shutting down for the
So
night.
It's at this time that you hear a distant scream as Sigmund got crushed between the fingers of a mirage.
From several days' travel away.
let me insight check that real quick. Okay. Um. So I'm just gonna find a dog hidey hole. So I'm probably gonna come down this way
Okay.
and just like hide somewhere. Um. For right now. I'm thinking like not like resting, but holding out until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, like late in the night. When everyone should be sleeping except for the night watch.
Okay.
Um. While I do that, um, hmm, I'm guessing I'm still haven't been detected yet.
Not yet. With a stealth score of 36, you're not getting found.
Not yet.
I am stop getting a little roguish here. So, how many uses are in a disguise kit?
Now, funny thing, doesn't say.
Okay.
Unlimited disguises.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Disguise
So,
kit. This pouch of cosmetics, hair dye, and small props lets you create disguises that change your physical appearance. That's it.
okay. All right. So now I'm gonna sneak my way back up
Okay.
to Emily's room in the middle of the night, and I want to see if she's asleep, if how well she's been guarded.
Yep. So, sneaking back up to her room, you see that there are two guards stationed outside of her bedroom door, but the only one actually inside her room is Emily herself. There are also several guards sprawled around randomly outside, uh, guarding the castle in general. And inside the bedroom, Emily is, for lack of a better term, sound asleep. She is sprawled around on her bed, her blanket's only half on her, and she is snoring loudly.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start with uh, minor illusion.
Okay. And what kind of an illusion are you creating?
Making a sound. Okay, well, first off, is she within 30 feet with me?
Yes. If you're peering through her balcony window, she's just on the other side of the glass.
Okay, so it's going to be a voice, it's going to be a sound. It's going to be a whisper, loud enough where it could like startle someone awake, but not too loud.
Okay.
Like, hey, wake up, type of thing. Um, and it's going to repeat a couple times until she wakes up. And
Okay.
it's going to be just a random voice. So random,
It's Sigmund's voice.
no. It's just going to be like a random person I've heard in another town, in another country.
Okay.
Um, so no one in town is going to be able to hear it. But it's going to be in Celestial, just as though, because to Ninral, he doesn't know. He, it's that she would understand it. It's going to sound like gibberish from what Ninral's going to think. Um, and be like, ooh, like it's going to say something random. It's going to incorporate,
But you
uh,
saying shit but hoes and tricks.
it's like you're a disgusting person and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be almost like vicious mockery without vicious mockery.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
No, it's like you're a slob, you're disgusting, you're rude, you're
You're a mean
secret
one.
bitch.
Mm. Princess Emily.
Essentially, if that would rhyme perfectly, I would actually see if Ninja would know that song and he could actually like improv it.
Alright, so this song just starts playing in Princess Emily's room, and she slowly wakes up and goes, "What the fuck? Uh, um, is
It's
this
gonna
a
keep
dream?"
playing for a little bit.
Like, she's looking
It's gonna
around,
keep
trying to
playing
find
for
the
a little
source
bit.
of the sound. She's looking around in her drowsy state, trying to find the source of the sound, but she's unable to find it until the sound eventually ends.
Alright, I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna watch her.
She's looking around, going, "Son of a bitch," and as she's standing there, like, you can see her eyes are barely even open as she's searching around. And she yawns and just kind of falls forward onto a pile of clothes and goes back to sleep.
And this time I'm gonna do the same thing, but it's gonna be in Draconic.
In Draconic.
In Draconic.
Trying to figure out.
Remember, I can speak. Can I speak Draconic? Because I have it as a language.
Um, hmm. Well, technically, language proficiency means you can read, write, and speak the language. But considering in this world dragons don't necessarily have a language, I put it on there more as you can get the gist of what the dragons are saying or what they're feeling.
Okay, so
So
it'd be Elvish.
that's just I can just imagine though you started playing the song and you just hear dragons growl constantly.
Yeah, just that.
So you're gonna play it in Elvish now? Just repeat
No, I'm
this.
gonna play like if you could like make you could if it's gonna sound like growls and stuff, I'm gonna play in Draconic just to make it be like what the.
Alrighty, so
Essentially, right, what I'm trying to do tonight is trying to make sure she does not get a restful sleep. And
so
then we're gonna pick up the fun stuff tomorrow night.
so you start playing the song in Draconic, and you see her eyes shoot open as out of nowhere she pulls out a bladed ring and just flings it across the room. It bounces off one wall, hits the other wall, bounces off that one, bounces off a third wall, and back to her hand. As she goes, The fuck was that? And when I say bladed ring, I don't mean like a ring you keep on your finger. This is a ring big enough to be a fucking hula hoop.
As soon as I see that, I'm gonna stop it immediately.
So the music stops, and she assumes she hit whatever it was that was creating the sound, and goes, "That's not normal." And she is now wide awake and alert.
So,
But with your,
what is she exactly doing? She's just looking around.
yeah, she's peering around. And let me pull up her character sheet as I roll a nice investigation/perception check for her.
The spirit of Sigmund looking at Ninvar like, I'm so proud of you. This is so rude.
So you rolled a 36, right? For a stealth?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Yes.
her perception, she still doesn't see you. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's like at this point, the divine gods can't even see me. Well, what a freaking 36. This was a good choice of going partial rogue.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna.
For a second. I was like 36. He only rolled a 20, and then I remembered he'd used pass without a trace. So.
Mm-hmm.
How long was pass without a trace last?
And I would recast
Oh,
it.
up to an hour.
Yeah, I would recast it. Before I did this, and I should have clarified this, I would have cast it before I did it because I know it would have worn out because I waited.
Okay. So,
That was a clever error on my end.
So yeah. So you see that she's wide awake and alert, and she's searching around the room, and she's not having any of this right now. So she's staring around and doesn't see anything. After a few minutes, finally drops her guard again and sits back down on her bed and tries to go back to sleep.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Hi, Palpatine. No, I'm gonna let her go back to sleep.
Okay.
I want to be able to tell she's snoring and she's back to sleep.
Okay. So, she lays back down, she closes her eyes, but, from what you've witnessed of her sleeping, she is not asleep. She doesn't seem to sleep for a long while. How long are you planning on watching her?
Probably about an hour, and I would get bored.
So yeah. So throughout the time that you're watching her, she doesn't resume her snoring or anything. And she seems to be sleeping. She looks to be sleeping. But it's difficult to tell whether or not she actually is.
I have a technical question.
Okay.
And this is an ability check, and I'll post the ability check.
Okay.
For not shadow arts.
Uh-huh.
So since I can see into her room through the balcony, can I use shadow step to get in her room?
Yes, so long as you can see where you're going, you can use your shadow step to get in there.
Perfect. This is me useful information later. Okay, so pretty much, I'm gonna vacate the. At this point, I'm pretty much gonna vacate the castle, and I'm gonna sneak out the castle, shadow step out the castle, and I'm gonna go to an inn, and I'm gonna call it a night because I've started. I don't want to go too bad on the first night. I mean, you don't want to, be like, oh, it's just a bad night. So I would call tonight as a wrap,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go to the inn and essentially sleep for most of the day.
Okay. So, you head to the inn, and they charge you like 2 gold to stay there for the night.
That's nothing for
Okay.
us.
They're a little confused as to why you're showing up like at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. But they
I'm just gonna tell them, look, I just got into town. Like,
Don't
I
ask
just got in
questions you
town
don't
not
want the
that
answer
long.
to.
So,
No, I'm gonna
hang
I'm gonna lie.
on. So, before you place your lie, please note that in this town, after dark, there are guards posted all around the entire city to try to keep bandits at bay. So no one is allowed in or out of the city past dark. So keep that in mind when you're creating your lie.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. We were staying at this inn either which way. Wouldn't I just have kept my room,
Uh,
or would I had to get a new room?
well, it's 2 gold a night. So since you haven't technically left town yet, we'll just assume that you've kept the room.
Okay. All right. That makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I'd go in, sleep for most of the day. And then I would get whenever I wake up, I would, eat. I'm guessing it's around late afternoon. I would want to get up around late afternoon, if possible.
Okay. So late afternoon, the sun's starting to go down, but isn't quite setting yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, I could still go to a shop and get a few things.
yes. The shops are still open
But
at
first,
this
I'm
hour.
gonna eat.
Okay.
So whatever they got left, I'm chowing down on.
Okay. So remember, there is a pub just above the inn. So
Yeah, I would go to the pub and just order some food and get just a regular drink, no non-alcoholic.
and the entire time, Kathy is talking to you, trying to figure out why you're still in town, but the rest of the party's left. Obviously, she's not getting anywhere, and she's just talking her fucking mouth off. But
Let's
she's
see.
still questioning.
No, you are being nice. That's the spirit of Sigmund. We like her.
See how well I survived the encounter.
And so I was actually rewatching one of the sessions,
Okay, roll
and
20. Come on.
I was rewatching one of the sessions, and I realized that I misspoke as I was describing Kathy. She is not a half elf; she is a halfling. That is my fault.
I said I think I did okay
Yeah.
surviving that conversation.
Yeah.
Um,
She likes to talk.
interesting use of the survival check. Um, so yeah. After I eat, how much do I owe?
Let's see. We'll call it 5 silver pieces.
5. I'll give them a gold piece.
Right.
As a nice tip. All right, so I go into town, and was there like an arts and crafts store, or like would that be in the general store?
You can probably
What
find
I'm looking.
art supplies or crafting supplies in the guild hall, because there's more than just a fighters guild in there.
Okay.
So.
So what I'm exactly looking for, I'm looking for a small. I'm not gonna say small, a medium vial of paint, preferably like red or crimson red. A smaller paintbrush that I can use to write, not like just a painter's write, like in Japan with the writing on the scrolls, like a paintbrush like that with the big symbols. I
Okay.
don't know what it's called.
The kanji.
Kind of. I think so. But the pen itself will look something similar where I could like write stuff on the walls.
Okay. So going through the store, you actually find a magical paintbrush, where the ink for it is, instead of having to constantly dab for more ink, the ink just magically appears onto the brush, and with a bonus action, you can change the color of the ink. And miraculously, this paintbrush is about 75 gold pieces. It's not very expensive.
Okay. What's the conversion to platinum? So that's 7 platinum.
7.5. Yeah. 7 platinum, 5 gold. So I will add that to your.
Um, 26. Okay. All right, and I definitely have that.
Why is that disappearing?
Why is what disappearing?
You're trying to add a magic paintbrush to your inventory, and the thing keeps disappearing on me.
No. Oh, and this paintbrush will be used in later sessions. I can guarantee that one.
All right.
And I will not let Sigmund know I'm gonna do like I have this.
Specifically, Sigmund.
Yeah, and JoJo.
And JoJo. Oh, the hilarity.
JoJo, it might be used against them. For just the lulz.
Jojo, you bastard! Did you fucking draw a mustache and monocle on me?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Alright, so,
Bitch.
after this, I'm gonna... is there anything else I would see that would be, like, kind of useful that would kind of pique my interest? You essentially know what I'm planning on doing, so...
Oh, let's see here.
The
heck, man.
Right. I'm sorry.
So, inside the adventurer shop, let's see. Let me just look for something. Oops, I'm in the wrong thing for that.
To those of you who watch this show, series, whatever you want to call it, hope you're ready for next session when the party rejoins Ninrar. We find out all the juicy tidbits that he did to this poor, dumb princess.
Okay. Yes, browsing through the Adventurers Guild items, you notice a pair of black slippers, and upon inquiring what they are, the shopkeep tells you that those are slippers of spider climbing.
And what does said spider climbing do?
Oh.
While you wear these light shoes, you can move... Huh? What was that?
No, I was saying you've piqued my interest. I'll keep.
While you wear these light shoes, you can move up, down, and across vertical surface and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. However, the slippers don't allow you to move in this way on a slippery surface such as one covered by ice or oil.
Sold. How much?
That one is 175 gold pieces.
So 17 platinum.
Yes.
So that leaves me 02. All right. By any chance, anything else? If not, we can. And by the way, I am wearing those.
You are wearing those. Alright. Let me just add them to your character sheet.
So wait, hold on. Is that considered armor?
No. They don't provide any kind of armor
Okay.
bonus at all. They're literally slippers. Like
Okay.
regular clothing.
The reason I ask is because of an armor defense.
Yeah. You now have slippers of spider clothing. You can walk up vertical surfaces again.
And
But now you can walk on ceilings. Like a true
this
ninja.
is gonna be great. I am the Shadow Monk.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be great. So, okay, now before I go in, I grab a bite to eat, at the pub. Oh, I mean, I just ate. I would grab ration
Okay.
and then go back in.
Okay. So with the cover of night, you can easily
Oh, I
shadow
already have
step.
ration.
Yeah. With the cover of night, or at least the great shadows being cast from the low setting sun, you can easily shadow step your way past any guards.
I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so I get in, stealthing around the guards, same
Right.
as last night.
So go ahead and
Be
roll me
very
another
sneaky.
stealth check. And I'm assuming we're doing pass without trace again.
Yes.
That is 29.
Okay.
Alright. So, it's early evening. Like you said,
Yeah, so it's about 9 p.m. right now.
okay.
Actually, hold up. If it's early evening, that would actually depend on time of year. What the fuck time of year is it? I don't know. We'll call it summer. It's 9 p.m.
I was hoping we would get a Christmas special.
You can get that later. We'll call it late summer.
Hey, Christmas. Hey, is it July?
No, we'll call it closer to August.
That means July.
America special.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. It is late
No, you
July,
said it's
early
close to
August.
August. That means
It's either late July or early August.
Damn
I
it,
don't know.
no America
okay.
special.
No, I was gonna be like Christmas in July.
No.
Um. Okay. So So I would go over here
Mm-hmm.
into the guard room. Not into it, but into the doorway, sneaking in. Um. This is where the fun starts happening.
Okay.
Because then I'm gonna recast minor illusion. I can't believe I'm actually doing this.
So, looking
I'm
into
gonna
the training area, there are a few guards in there, but there are fewer guards than there were last night.
Oh. Okay. Um. I'm gonna still do it because I'm here, and why not? Is there a guard within 30 feet of me?
Yes. Yes, there are about
Okay.
4 guards within 30 feet of you.
Okay, all 4 of those guards. There's gonna be as object. I'm reading something real quick.
Okay.
I'm guessing if it's a sound, it can only be in one point in space.
Let's see. So for minor illusion, create a sound. Its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. Sound continues unabated. Or you can make discrete sounds at different times before the spell ends. So I would say that you can create that sound anywhere within 30 feet and just kind of bounce it around.
No, it's gonna be one sound.
Oh, it's going to be one sound.
Oh, I can bounce it around. I can bounce it around. I'm gonna make like someone like a really loud fart, like a comedically loud fart from one of the gods, and just watch what they do.
The fart of Cumber lives on.
Alright. So you create this extremely loud fart sound.
By
And
the way, I want it loud enough where it reverberates off the walls.
you create this extremely loud farting sound, and everyone immediately stops what they're doing. And they're all glancing around, going, "Who the fuck?" Like they're all looking at one another,
Okay, so
"All right."
as
Sorry.
I was gonna say, out of clarification, the reason I asked for the gods is I was gonna aim it like the point of space was gonna be to one of the random gods.
So they're all looking around for who did it, and so they're glancing around, going, "All right, who did it?" And nobody is fessing up. Like nobody.
Whoever smelt it, doubt it.
But there is no smell, only a sound.
Whoever
If
said the
only.
rhyme did the crime.
All right. Again, I'm gonna pick a different person within range, and it's gonna sound wet this time.
Oh my god. It's so evil.
so once again, a large farting sound reverberates around the room. And this time, everyone is easily able to pinpoint where the sound came from because they're all listening for it now. And they all turn to the one guard who you sadly targeted as he looks around going, "That wasn't me! Like, hell that wasn't you! We could all hear it, man!"
This is the spirit of Sigmund right now.
That would actually sounded like just a bit more. Do you need to go change your undergarments, man?
The evilest thing I can imagine.
The guards are, arguing with each other now over a fucking fart.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm actually going to walk away while they're doing that.
So
Trying to hold back a giggle.
leaving the room, you can still hear them going off. Just, "It wasn't me, like hell, it wasn't."
Alright, so I know that works. Alright, so. And.
You want to make sure something
I'm
works, make it a fart.
Okay, so I'm gonna go sneak back up carefully up to Emily's room.
Okay. And as you're sneaking up to Emily's room, You notice she seems to be getting ready to actually leave her room right as you're approaching.
Okay. I'm going to hide if I can hide.
Okay. So you are. You, so since you're outside and
Preferably on the.
sorry,
Go ahead.
I was saying since I assume you're outside of her room.
I would be, but if I see that she is leaving, I would hop over the balcony and try these shoes out and try to stick to the underside of the balcony.
Okay.
Hold on before I do that.
Yes.
Is it a spiral staircase?
Yes, it is a spiral staircase that goes all the way. It loops like 3 or 4 times around the uh, the large tower, descending all the way to the bottom. It is a very large
Could
staircase.
I hop up on top of the roof? Like I'm gonna hide somewhere.
Okay. Um, let's see. So, man, I lost my train of thought. um, so where you can attempt to hide underneath the balcony. The spiral staircase is still a small ways down. So unless someone was like looking straight up, they wouldn't really see you. You can
Okay.
attempt to hide on the roof, or really anywhere. It is very high up.
No, I'm gonna try these. I'm gonna try these shoes out, and I'm gonna hide underneath the balcony.
Okay.
I'm gonna crouch down while I wear these shoes.
Okay. So you slip the shoes on, place your feet on the ledge, and go. I pray to God this works. As you step down, and your shoes do indeed stick to the balcony, and you're kind of crouched down, as small as you can get. And
Right, and then I would wait for them to pass me by.
go ahead and roll me a perception check real quick.
Come on, roll 20.
Okay. So sadly, you don't see any. You don't really see anything. Just you see the what color is her dress? So you see the red dress of Princess Emily walking down the staircase as as she's followed by 2 guards descending the spiral staircase, and she eventually disappears from your sight.
I'm going to stealthily follow them.
Okay. So as you follow them, you realize that she's actually being escorted to the kitchen, as it is dinner time.
Dang, they eat late.
Well,
I
tonight the supper was delayed for reasons unknown.
okay. So
I can only imagine the hijinks you're about to get into.
I've already done it once.
Oh God.
I might insult. I might in I might insult a whole empire by doing this. Sigmund would be proud.
I'm already proud.
So I'm gonna sneak in around to the kitchen.
Mhm.
And Is the dining room table within 30 feet of me?
So, so I assume you're using the spider shoes to like stay up towards the ceiling, like in a corner.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So being up in the corner, yes, the table is just barely within 30 feet of you.
Now, am I in a shadow or like what am I like? I know I'm
So,
standing upside down on the ceiling.
so if you're in the corner, yes, you're in dim light. A majority of the rest of the room is in bright light, though.
Hmm. I don't have that spell, do I? That's thaumaturgy. I was thinking about. Dang it, I don't have that spell. Or I could put out light sources. I can cast darkness, but I think that would be a little too much right now.
How much?
Uh,
Who dare speak to me in that tone of voice, boy?
Boy!
Oh, you motherfucker.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna get back out, and I'm gonna probably just hide for a couple hours until it's later at night.
Okay. So it's only about
Again, like it's like. Go ahead.
so it's only about 30 to 45 minutes before Emily and Lisa part from the kitchen and head back to their quarters. The king stays in the kitchen for just a bit longer as he's wrapping up his meal, and he's actually thanking his servants and such.
What a good king.
He's a nice guy.
I'm not gonna do that to King. I'm not gonna do that to him. I'm not gonna do that to him.
He's a good
I was
guy.
gonna do it. Yeah, I was
And
gonna do what I did to the god.
and after about 5 or 10 more minutes of him finishing his meal and thanking his servants, he goes back to the throne room and head he sits back on his throne. And actually, as you're watching, you notice Fester entered the castle, and he just immediately turns towards Lisa's room and heads in that direction.
Hmm. So Emily went back to her room, from what I saw.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go over see what Festa's doing. I'm gonna run across the ceiling because I can.
Because you can. So, sneaking back up to Lisa's room,
Yeah.
you see that that Fester and Lisa are standing around that pedestal. It is not glowing at the moment, and he's got a very thick book open, about 2/3 of the way through, as he seems to be, if you had to guess, instructing her in something. What exactly he's instructing her in is beyond your grasp, but he's teaching her about something. Actually, you can probably
Okay.
guess. You can probably guess what he's teaching her about.
It's something about stars.
Probably about stars. He is an astrologist.
So
Nah, it
Festo's
has
a
to
good
be
guy.
about the government.
Festo's a good guy, so I'm gonna leave Festo and Lisa alone. They're good people. You know, this is where I get chaotic neutral from. I'll leave them alone. So that they're not up to anything. I'm assuming.
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna run back. Well, not run. I'm gonna sneak back across the ceiling. Oh, I'm gonna take full advantage of these things. These things are awesome. Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sneak back up to Emily's room and peer in and see what she's doing again.
Okay. So, peering back up to Emily's room, you see that she's sitting on her bed, actually, reading a book. Of all things to be doing, this is not what you expected her to do.
Is the room the same shape? Do I see anything out of the ordinary in the room?
Make me an insight check.
Insight check.
Okay. So, looking around the room, you get the feeling that something's off, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
Could I see what's going on?
You see
Without
that,
being seen?
well, peering into the room, you can see the room is still disheveled, but Princess Emily herself just seems to be sitting there, and you do notice though that she seems to be stuck on the one page that she's reading, because she hasn't turned the page in a few minutes.
I could do that, but that would send her into alert. Oh gosh, I don't know if minor illusion could do something like that. That would be hilarious. I just crossed my head, like make the room as essentially she's tripping, but make the room the tripping, the hallucination.
What?
I think that might be. So, okay, if you ever seen on TV like when someone's tripping on shrooms, like all the whole psychedelic thing.
Oh, you mean hallucinating. Sorry, when you said
That's what
tripping,
I said.
you said tripping, not hallucinating.
Okay.
Tripping balls, man.
Um,
Tripping
When you
balls.
said tripping,
Making a
I
cube.
assumed you meant like actually tripping and falling.
No. Um, Making a cube that, as long as you're inside said cube, it's essentially like a psychedelic trip.
Okay.
I don't know if I would know, like Ninwell would understand Mind Illusion cantrip well enough to do that. I really don't know.
You can certainly try. So if you're going to use that with minor illusion, I'll have you roll a performance check with it to see how well you can pull that off.
Okay, I'll save that for later then. I'm gonna keep an eye on her because I notice she's not. Ninwell would notice she's not really like turning the page. So he's like, I would love to do more shenanigans, but something's amiss.
So after about half an hour of staring at the same page, uh, Emily kind of slowly sets the book down, glances around her room for a second, doesn't see anything, flips the page, and continues staring at the book. Please note, it took her half an hour to turn a page.
Sigmund spirit in the back of your head. Man, she's a bigger idiot than me.
I'm assuming I can't see the words on the page.
Not enough to read them, no.
No. I'm not worried to read them. I'm trying to figure out the angle of the book.
The angle of the book?
Like
The balcony
where?
window is large enough that you could get to an angle where you could see the actual book.
Okay.
Are you trying to figure out what's
guess.
inside the book?
No, I was gonna try something.
Okay.
I'm gonna continue waiting.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
Okay. Well, after about another 45 minutes of Emily just sitting there reading again the same page, roll me a perception check real quick. Yes. So as you're sitting there, as you're watching her, you kind of lose focus for a second. But as you snap back, you realize that Emily is no longer sitting on the bed reading her book. She's now standing in the middle of her room. She appears to have gotten up and stretched her legs for a second, but then promptly goes back to her bed, and she seems to turn in for the night.
Okay. So I would wait until Ninwell could tell that she is fully asleep.
Okay. So it takes about half an hour for her to actually fall asleep to the point where she is snoring loudly again. And at this point, it's close to midnight.
Okay. So I wish I could control the range of this, but I can't. So, but I can choose a point. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to shadow step into the room.
Okay.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to point the point. So where I'm going to teleport, and where I'm going to set the point is outside. How big is this room?
This is a fairly
Just the
large
size.
room. So the room itself is probably about 20 feet by 25 feet, with the balcony along the wider edge, just opposite the entrance.
Okay. No. I don't think I would need silence. So I'm not planning on making a noise.
And considering her floor is covered in things like clothing and such, your footsteps would probably be muffled anyway.
Okay. So at this point, I would, take the paintbrush and start writing in the walls.
Okay.
And the ink will be crimson, blood red.
Okay. What are you writing?
Alright, so I'm writing it 3 times. One in Elvish, one in Celestial, and one in, I would say Draconic. But then I just remembered it's kind of like they don't communicate.
Yeah, they're more animalistic in this version.
I would make it like look like I would want to say like kind of how like Skyrim,
Yeah.
like how it's looking like claw marks. I would paint claw marks.
Okay.
And just a various like you're a slob, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch or Mrs. Emily, and I just write it like all over the walls, like just.
Oh boy.
Even I would leave the painting alone. But just write it all over the walls. Um,
Oh, this is gonna go
after
so
I'm done
well.
with that, oh yeah. Um, after I'm done with that, um, I'm gonna shadow step out for him.
Okay. So you paint all of these, not quite, not quite profanic, but still slightly mean sayings onto the walls of her room, and you shadow step out without making a sound. And Princess Emily is still asleep in her bed. Oh boy. What do you do now?
I'm just trolling at this point.
You trolled a troll.
Essentially, because we already know she's an imposter. So like, I'm trying to see. Um, that's what you said, right? That when we were talking about this, that essentially we figured out she's an imposter.
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
Okay. At this point, I'm literally trying to get her to break and try to see if I can get her to come out of character.
Okay.
What time would I know what time they get up in the morning?
You would not, as you have not yet witnessed this.
All right. Well, this is going to be witnessed now. Ninra is going to
You're gonna wait until she wakes up to see her
wait.
reaction.
Yes,
Okay.
essentially. He's going to be hiding the whole point, and he's going to find um, a nice place to kind of hunker down for the night.
Okay. Um.
Oh, and one of them in Celestial is going to say, "Emily is a bitch."
Okay.
That is going to be directly in Celestial.
So several hours pass. The sun peeks over the horizon, and looking around, you notice the rest of the castle seems to be up, but Princess Emily is not. She sleeps in for at least another hour or two
Oh,
after day breaks before she finally gets up. And glancing through her bedroom window, you see her wake up and this look of horror upon her face as she sees that her room is basically now painted red as she freaks the fuck out. And she calls the guards that are standing outside her room into it. She's like, guards, get your lazy asses in here! Within seconds, the guards are in there, and they too see this shit all over the walls. And they're looking around going, oh, we are going to die. And so,
At this point,
yes.
go ahead.
No, keep going.
You were about to say something, so I was like, I was about to make an
Uh,
action, but you were about to say something.
no, she's just yelling right now. So, what were you saying?
Okay, so pretty much at this point, Ninwall will try to sneak out
Okay, so now
with
with
pass without a trace activated on him.
okay, so with the guards outside of her room distracted, um, you're able to sneak out without any of the guards noticing you. I lost my train of thought. So you're able to sneak out of that area without the rest of the guards seeing you. Are you trying to sneak all the way out of the castle, or just out of that area?
All the way out of the castle. Like, I know shit's about to hit the fan, and I'm getting the hell out of Dodge.
Okay. So you take the quickest possible route the fuck out of there. And
And by the
from
way, I'm still like, if I can, run on the ceiling, so I'm not seen.
yeah, so even from halfway down the tower, you can still hear Princess Emily screaming and shouting at these guards about, how dare they go in there and defile her room like that, and things like what the fuck does this even like? Is this writing? Is this doodles? She is trying her best to figure out what the fuck is going on. She is furious, and she is still screaming by the time you leave earshot. So,
There's more.
so, um, you know, on your way down, you do pass a few guards going up for the shift change, and you can see them as they enter earshot, and they just stop and they slowly turn around. Like, nope, I'm not dealing with that today. So yeah, but you do manage to get out of the castle unseen.
So I would head back to the inn and take a short rest.
Okay.
And I would try to get up in the early afternoon and see if I can get up with less stuff.
With Fester.
Yeah, with Festo.
Okay. So you do manage to get up. Still a bit groggy as you were up late last night. But you manage to you get up, and right as the sun sets and stars are starting to come out into the sky, you do notice Fester coming out of his home and heading for the castle.
I'll just say, hey, Festo, how's it going?
Fester stops and looks at you and goes, "Oh, well, hello. I thought you and the rest of your party went to the Valley of Corrupted Gravity. What are you still doing here?"
I got a bit sick and I couldn't make it. I couldn't make the journey.
Oh,
So I stay here and recovered, and I'm starting to feel better.
well, that is good to hear. Well, I must be going.
Uh,
I don't want to be
oh,
late
and I'm
for
just.
I don't want to be late for Princess Lisa's studies, after all.
Oh, we can walk and talk until we get to the gate.
Okay. Of course, I always enjoy the company.
Um, um, how's everything been doing?
Yes. Well, Princess Lisa is doing very well in her studies. Her knowledge of astrology astounds me. I believe that soon she shall even surpass me. She's quite amazing, after all.
I feel like there's an undertone in that voice you just said.
What?
No. It's like the way you were saying. I was talking to you, Drew, not to Festo.
I know.
Like the way you say. I did not mean that was supposed to be an internal thought, not an external thought. Crap. Now I've lost my train of thought.
Welcome to my world.
See, that's the problem with having a train of thought that you can lose. I am a void.
So essentially, I'll be like, so how's everything else in the castle going? How's, just how's things going? Period.
Well,
Oh wait, go ahead.
well, it's only a few days until Princess Emily's coronation. I think she's excited. I haven't really had much of an opportunity to speak with her of late. But Princess Lisa
Why
seems
is
a bit
that?
concerned. Well, you see, I don't really talk with Princess Emily. I'm there solely to instruct Lisa in her studies with astrology.
Okay. Yeah. For the rest of the time until we get to the gate, I'm just gonna make small talk.
Okay.
Just keep him company on the way.
Okay, so you keep him company as you guys approach the gate. When you guys do reach the gate, he bids you farewell and he enters the castle.
No, hold on. Rewind for a second. I was gonna do something.
Okay.
Like, I was literally just gonna shadow step. No, I couldn't do that because that's people watching. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, so he bids you farewell and he
Okay.
enters the castle.
All right. I'm guessing it's late afternoon, early evening.
The stars are out.
So early
It is dark outside.
early evening. Okay. Why doesn't it have to be fully docked for the stalls to be out?
True.
So yeah, I'm actually gonna go back to the inn
Okay.
and go sleep for the night. I'm gonna just do a whole night's sleep because I know, my gut feeling would be like, yeah, they're probably like on full alert tonight. So if I try anything, yeah.
Okay. So you spend your 2 gold for the night and get a good rest. So at this point, the rest of the party is just exiting the Valley of Corrupted Gravity, and they are on their way. They're on their way to the bandits' hideout. Just to give some context.
Okay.
So you
All
guys
right.
are it's about halfway through.
Okay. So I would wake up again next night. Hmm. So I would wait until dark, and then I would get back into the castle.
Okay. So the next night, you wait until it's pitch black out, and utilizing your shadow step and your new favorite slippers, you sneak back into the castle. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
With pass
Yep.
with I just did with
Oh.
pass without a trace.
Ooh, 23. They might actually be able to beat that. Hang on. Nope, they can't beat that.
Okay. You had me concerned for a second.
They can reach up to a
So
22 in perception.
wow.
Yeah, they're not very perceptive.
Wow, you just
So
barely beat that shit.
I know. So first things first, I would. So what's the activity like? Is like everyone turned in for the night, or
How late were you planning on staying? You said till dark, but like how long after the sun is fully set are you planning on getting there?
like after dinner? Like
After
whatever
dinner.
after like whatever I
Okay,
figured
so
out what after dinner to them is.
after dinner, during dinner the guards are doing their shift change. So there are fewer guards at night because most of them are actually out on the town, trying to prevent bandits from coming in. However, even though there are supposed to be less guards than normal, you notice that there's been a slight increase in guard activity. Like there seem to be more guards than usual.
All right. I'm gonna try to slip up back up to her tower.
Okay, and slipping back up to Princess Emily's room. Slipping back up to Princess Emily's room, you notice she's sitting on her bed again, but this time she seems to be waiting for something. Um, Looking along the walls, you notice that the paint that you so generously sprayed along her walls is it's still there, but you can tell that they tried vigorously to brush it off. But the color red just doesn't come out of stone very easily.
Oh,
So
I'm just gonna watch her for like maybe a couple hours,
okay,
unless she's doing something.
um, from what you can tell, she's just sitting there. But after a while, um, you see her glance around, and she actually looks out the balcony. And through the glass, you can see her mouth as she says something, but you can't hear her through the glass.
Could I read her lips?
Um, yes, but I'm not sure what kind of check that would be.
Can it be an acrobatic
It
check?
cannot be an acrobatics check.
Trust me. I tried going through the valley of corrupted gravity. It is not gonna work.
I will let you make your choice of insight, investigation, or perception.
Investigation.
Okay, so um, reading her lips, you are able to get a few words out. And the words that you read are, I know you're there.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna watch her.
Okay? So, staring at her, you notice she is glancing out the window left and right. She knows someone's out there, but she can't quite pinpoint exactly where. And you notice that she's slowly reaching for weapons. Damn it.
If I notice that, I'm gonna crawl underneath the balcony again.
So you notice she's reaching for weapons, and she's trying to look around and see where everything is. And when she doesn't see anything, since you're under the balcony, you don't exactly see what happens, but you hear glass shatter.
I'm going to hide.
You want to roll me another stealth check then?
Okay, and this is with pass without a trace. Again.
Should be fun.
Ooh, so that's 25.
Okay. So she's looking around, and she steps out onto the balcony. The guards that are stationed outside, there's now 4 of them instead of 2. They all, you can hear them all walk in and go, "Princess Emily, are you okay?" Her standing out on the now glass shattered balcony. You hear her.
She's right above me.
Yes. She turns to the guards and goes, "I'm fine. I just got mad at my book and threw it through the window. Go back to your stations."
This is a real first Spider-Man moment right now, where fucking Goblin walks out on the balcony and Peter is just on the bottom of it, like, shit.
Pretty much.
So,
This is looking like it's going to be a full session.
so she, so you hear the guards slowly leave the room, and you hear Princess Emily's footsteps stepping on the shattered glass above you. You're doing your best to hold your breath.
So, if I remember correctly, wouldn't I know? I can't believe I'm about to do this. I would know where the guards are stationed, correct?
Yes, they are stationed outside of her front door, on the opposite side of the tower as you.
And they are within 30 feet, correct?
Correct.
Hold on.
What
It
are you
doesn't
planning?
say I have to.
I
Hush.
swear
I'm
to
trying to
God.
figure out something.
The current situation right now.
It does not say I have to have line of sight.
Yet normally that's implied.
Oh.
What are you planning?
I was gonna make one look. I was gonna make one of the gods rip.
Oh God.
Get it out.
No, make Emily rip one in front of the guards.
That's even better. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna just do that.
Oh my God. I can't believe I'm allowing this.
You allowed Cumber to fart and make a man literally shit himself.
That was
This is
because
one of the least.
his intimidation, his critical fail of an intimidation outdid the critical fail of the wisdom save of the other guy, okay?
He literally didn't have a man shit himself. His was purr. That guy's was.
No, this one is gonna be a nice, juicy wet one.
Oh God.
If I could have Sigmund throw a stink bomb to add on to that shit, that would be beautiful.
Okay. So, oh god. So
we
the
getting this so
guards.
bad on you.
So after the illusion runs its course, you can see the guards are staring at Emily, and Emily is also looking around, trying to find the source of this illusion. What is it? An intelligence check to investigation to see where it came
It's
from.
against. It's against my. Yeah, it's
It's
investigation.
against your spell save DC, and you don't have a spell save DC for this.
No, I do not.
It's with his key stuff. It'll
But
probably be with his key stuff,
Yep.
which, if I remember
actually,
correctly,
I don't think
is
minor illusion is part of his key thing.
No, it's just a cantrip.
Oh, it is.
I think that's for a racial thing, and since you're an ASMR, it would be your charisma. So it would be 8 plus your proficiency plus your charisma.
8 plus 4 plus 1.
So 13
So 13.
for an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And she's easily able to identify it. And she alerts the guards. There's someone here. Find him. And the guards, yes, ma'am, and they immediately leave the room in search of this intruder, and they start alerting other guards. But they do not see you. You're still hidden from them because even if they rolled a natural 20 on perception, they wouldn't see you.
Well, I'm staying where I am. I am not moving.
Ready? And Princess Emily is looking out her window. You can still hear her footsteps along the shattered glass on the balcony as she pokes her head over the edge to try to see where you're at. Doesn't see anything. She walks around the entire edge, and she doesn't see anything because you're under the balcony. And then something kind of unexpected happens. You hear her footsteps leave the balcony. Hang on. So you hear her footsteps leave the balcony, and then just as suddenly as she leaves the balcony, the stone of the balcony starts to crumble.
Oh.
So, make me a dex.
Wait, hold on. So
Sorry.
a dexterity save.
Yes.
So she's like somehow destroyed the platform, right?
Yes.
Come on, dexterity.
You can do it. That's like one of your main saves.
Alrighty. So, the balcony starts to fall, and
Question. Are you guys like in the middle of something important?
Like
yes,
a
we
mini session.
mini session. Yeah.
At me when you're done. Have fun, bye.
Bye, I guess. Okay.
So you successfully managed to get out of the way of the falling rocks and of the falling balcony, and you stick to the wall with thanks to your spider climb shoes, and you don't take any damage. And you manage to save yourself.
So at this point, I'm guessing I don't have line of sight into the room, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Though from where you're standing, you can see that Princess Emily is standing literally right on the edge. You can see her toes over the edge of where the balcony used to be. Before her toes promptly disappear back into her room.
So my illusion one last time. It's going to be out in space, so it's going to be 30 feet beyond the balcony, and it's going to be essentially a ghostly white wingling.
A ghostly white wingling.
It's going to be like an apparition of a wingly, like a dead ghost spirit wingly, just hovering.
Okay.
In space.
Let's see here. So, you create this illusion 30 feet out of her window, and after 2 or 3 seconds, you see a bladed ring fly out of her window towards the illusion. And
of course, the
bladed ring goes right through it, but it goes straight through the illusion and curves around and makes its way back to her. She goes, another illusion.
So badly for us to return to town and immediately see him on the fucking wall. Just Sigmund not realize, hey Ninrar, what's up?
Okay, this is what I was going to cast. It's going to start being fun. So I'm going to cast. Oh no, this is going to be a battle. So. Oh wait, what did I do?
Oh.
Spirit of Sigmund.
So I'm gonna cast darkness into her room.
Ooh.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Spirit of Sigmund says
that is not an illusion.
He catches you. Spirit of Sigmund says if she catches you, act like you're there for a booty call.
So I'm gonna cast it in the room. I'm gonna stay point, but I'm gonna look up into the room where I can see and cast it at the ceiling. But I want to make sure it's like kind of where she can. It would be engulfing her.
Oh no! With a 15-foot radius, you'd be engulfing the entire room.
Okay, I would be engulfing the entire room.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm gonna cast on top of that minor illusion, but I'm not gonna set a point in space where the voice is gonna sound like it's gonna come all around her from different spots. Like it's like I'm gonna have the sound continuously bounce around her in space.
Okay.
And just saying different things in different languages. So it's going to say one time it's going to say something in Draconic, something in Elvish, something in Common, and they're going to all be different voices. Like this is going to be like a complex one.
Okay. So what are they all saying?
But essentially, I'm like several things. Slob, bitch, just essentially trying to drive them mad.
Fraud!
Okay.
Yeah, and all the languages I know, but they're all going to be different. They're going to be male, female. Essentially, I'm just going to keep bouncing it and keep recasting it and keep bouncing it around
Okay.
in the darkness.
I like to think one of them says the line, the witch and the audacity of this bitch.
Just for
Okay.
that, one of them does.
Alrighty. So as you do that, there are multiple voices now bouncing around inside this dark-filled room, and all of a sudden, you see fire eject out of the side of this darkness, and it shoots out towards the balcony.
I'm still underneath the balcony, so
There is no balcony.
I'm gonna stay put and be. Well, I know, but I'm still like on the wall.
So yeah.
I'm gonna make my way. I'm gonna walk towards where the staircase begins, where the staircase and the balcony would have met. I'm gonna stay right there,
Okay.
and I'm gonna continue what I'm doing
Okay.
until the darkness fades, and then it's gonna stop, which is 10 minutes.
Okay. So.
We need a hit point bar on her mental sanity right now.
So when the darkness finally fades and the illusions stop, you see Emily is just sitting, not even sitting, she's laying down on her bed, basically just waiting for it to end. Actually, I'm going to roll a wisdom save for her and see how well she handled that.
And the
So,
last word is gonna be the last word before the spell broke. I want to make sure it says bitch and common.
I said, bitch.
Pretty much that, and it fades out.
okay. And you notice as she's sitting there, she doesn't really seem to be doing anything. She's literally just sitting there, or laying there, not moving.
How rough is her mental sanity looking?
Well, you
Is it
can't really
almost dead?
tell. Honestly, if you didn't know any better, you'd say that she wasn't breathing while she's laying down. But you're smarter than that. At least I
How
hope
did
you
this
are.
happen? We're smarter than this.
Okay.
So, that being said, so I'm guessing the castle's still on high alert.
Yes, the castle is on very high alert.
Code red at the moment.
Um, hmm. I'm gonna attempt my way to sneak down and up on the ceiling and into the rafters of the main hall.
Okay. I'd say roll me another stealth check. Yeah, actually, go ahead and roll me another stealth check.
And with, of course, pass without a trace.
Okay.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. They could actually see you with a good roll.
No, that's a 31.
Pass without a trace.
Oh, right, 31. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
So,
Never mind.
so yeah, so they're searching around. They're hiding up in the rafters, and you can see dozens of guards are now patrolling the area. They heard the balcony crumble. They saw fire shoot out of Princess Emily's room, and they are freaking the fuck out. They're on lockdown right now. They believe
Well,
that the castle is under attack.
looks like when we get back, it's gonna be really difficult to get back in this castle.
Can I tell how smart these guys are?
Um, they seem to be about average with the rest of the people.
Okay. And I'm hidden up in the rafters, correct?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to now do another cantrip of minor illusion. And remake what I made earlier, the ghostly figure of an of a wingly, but make it like bright light coming out of it, and just have it like on the ground. Oh, like how high is this balcony?
You should be about 40 feet up
How
in
is
the
this
air.
fractal?
You should be about
Okay,
40
so
feet up in
it'd
the
be
air.
hovering 10 feet off the ground. So it'd be hovering about 10 feet off the ground.
Yes.
But it's gonna be considered a large creature, and it's just gonna like start floating. Like if I can make it float from one wall to the next, I'm gonna do like it's phasing in and out the walls.
Okay.
I'm trying to scare the living shit out of them.
Let's see with their intelligence. Yeah. So they're unable to identify it as an illusion, but they're not quite frightened. They're understandably, shocked, but they are prepared and ready to try to deal with this threat.
Throw the cheese.
God.
Mm. Oh, how far? Like, are they grouped together now? Like,
Yes, there are about half a dozen or
how
so.
big?
There's
How
about
big is the formation?
um
When I'm asking this, I'm asking like, could you draw it out for me on the? So I'm gonna just. I can actually do this, and it makes sense now.
so you
Um,
notice, why are they so
could
small?
you like?
There, God damn. There. What's with the square?
That is where the creature is. The illusion is.
Okay. So they're all
Um.
standing at the ready with their spears in hand.
Okay. Um. Oh. Ho ho ho. So what I'm gonna do is have this ghostly image like wave its hands like it's like about to attack
Mm-hmm.
and cast darkness right at the center point of these gods.
Oh boy. So let's see here. That is
And then
5 foot, 10 foot, 15 foot.
well, this way, so I'm above them. No, the
I know. I'm
center is right there.
curious why it's not letting me grab the circle I just drew.
It's not letting me grab my square either.
It's weird.
But
I can grab your square, but I can't grab the circle.
well, anyways,
Anyways.
then I'm gonna actually recast my illusion.
Okay.
And basically do it like what I just did to Emily. I'm gonna do to them, but the words are gonna be different. It's basically gonna say Emily's a liar. She's an imposter. Like just trying to sow doubt into these guys. Have the voices, bouncing around. Not trying to persuade them, but trying to persuade them. Trying to scare
I'm
the
not.
shit out of them by persuading them by scaring the shit out of them.
I'm not trying to persuade them, but I'm trying to persuade them.
Pretty much.
Alright. So, so the guards, suddenly being thrust into darkness, are clamoring up the
With thousands
steps.
of voices.
They're clamoring up the steps to get
Can I
away.
move this?
Move what?
Can I move the darkness?
No. No. Darkness can't be moved. However, if it's cast on an object rather than a person, if it's cast on an object that a person is not carrying, it will be moved with that object.
What do you mean an object that someone's not carrying?
So with the darkness spell, let's see, if the point you choose is an
When you're
object
choosing on an object.
or isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it. Aside from that, it stays
Okay,
perfectly
so
still.
okay. But no, what I would do is in the rafters, I'd move silently, but I would make the illusion follow them.
Okay? So they'd be out of the darkness.
And I would just stop concentrating on it,
Okay?
so it'd go away.
If I could make it go
Because
away
to
right
them,
now,
they
I
don't know
would.
what the fuck's going on.
Okay? So the guards are readying their spears, and the instant they feel that this illusion is getting too close to them, they're striking it. But their weapons are going right through.
Oh no, there's nothing. The creature's gone. It's
Oh.
just the voices.
Oh, it's just the voices.
Yeah, the voices are all around them.
Okay. So when you said the illusion, I assumed you meant the creature.
No, I said when I cast the darkness, I got rid of the creature because I can only do a visual or audible.
But you could
Then I change
mix.
it to the audible.
So you could mix visual and audio.
You can create a sound or an object.
I think you're thinking of
You can't create. Yeah. Oh yeah, the image can't
Creature.
create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect.
Mm-hmm.
illusion.
Okay.
Oh, and one of the sounds is going to be a guy. It's going to be another sound of someone farting.
Really,
Sounding
Tom?
like,
Not the time.
sounding like he's crapping himself. I'm trying to see if I can screw with these gods right now.
Well, they're, you've definitely got them freaking out. There's a bunch of random voices coming at them, claiming that their princess is an imposter. They're not exactly sure how to deal with this right now.
I'm going to keep this up and see what they do. If they try to disperse, I'm going to disperse the spell.
Well, let's see here.
But I want to get it to a point where they're literally about to crap themselves.
Oh no, they're not. They're not
I
like
want them scaled.
they're not frightened per se. At least not from what you can tell. They're just adamantly trying to figure out where this sound is coming from. So, they are starting to.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna start changing it to start speaking Draconic.
God. Okay. So they all hear a loud growl. And go ahead and roll me an intimidation check.
Faster than me, huh? Well, that could be a pain in my ass. But my ass butt.
I kind of wish I
So,
could roll that with advantage.
so your attempt to scare them doesn't seem to work. They hear the growl and they are immediately up, going, "All right, we are under attack. We need to defend the castle." And so they are gathering even more guards.
Oh boy, this is gonna be really great when we have to try to get back inside.
In an attempt to.
At that point, I cancel. It's stopped. And I'm just gonna hide for the rest of the night. Like, I'm gonna hide until I see an opening. I can leave.
Okay. So the number of guards that show up is fucking outrageous. Like, no one predicted that the sheer number of guards could have shown up out of nowhere. And they are patrolling the entire castle all night. And even most of the way into the day, it's past noon before they're done patrolling, searching for whatever was inside their castle.
Well, when I get an opportunity, I'm gonna leave the castle stealthily.
Okay, so you managed.
And in shadow step, I'm gonna shadow step the fuck out.
So early in the morning, when the shift change is supposed to happen and the new guards show up, you take the opportunity of the confusion to shadow step your way out. And we will just delete all them.
I have officially pissed off all the gods.
Congratulations.
You would have thought Sigmund would have done that. No.
No,
Either
the other monk did.
I'm a bad influence, or
Ninmal is chaotic neutral. So
The entire
Ninmal's
party is
gone.
chaotic.
Hmm?
The entire party is chaotic. And at this point,
So Ninwa leaves. He goes.
sorry, just at this
I
point,
was gonna say he goes to the inn.
but at this point, for context, the rest of the party has already dealt with the bandit leader, and they are on their way back. They are rushing to get back as they know that the coronation should be happening any day now.
I have a feeling the party's gonna hate me for what I've done.
What? Amped up
Sigma's gonna be
security
proud
8
of you.
times? How are they supposed to get in to stop the coronation?
This is what I've been saying this entire time. It's like, oh wow, this is gonna be fun to try to get back into here.
It's gonna be a lot of XP.
Alright, so you have maybe 2 days left.
Okay. Well,
And I've
I'm gonna
got an
go
hour and a
ahead
half left, so.
I got about a half hour left, so.
Okay.
Ninma is gonna go out and go to the inn and nap. He's gonna short rest.
Okay.
And then he's gonna act like he doesn't know anything and be like, because wouldn't there be more of a presence in town?
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna ask around. It's like, what's going on?
Asking around town, some of the townsfolk are concerned. They don't know what's going on. All they know is that all of a sudden guards are everywhere. They're constantly searching for something or someone. They're not entirely sure. Congratulations, you've sown chaos into the city. The entire city.
This city used to be so peaceful.
Until Ninwa decided to stay home.
The city was so peaceful until Ninrar attacked.
But everything,
One shadow monk with rogue abilities.
but everything changed when the
I'm
Shadow
literally
Monk attacked.
I'm gonna literally walk up to a guard and be like, "Hey man, what's going on? Like, should I leave town or like what the hell's going on?"
The guard looks at you and says, "That's none of your business. However, with regards to leaving town, no. No one is permitted to enter or leave. The city is under
Fuck, man,
lockdown."
Dude, I'm a traveler. You're holding me hostage. I'm from another country.
That's not our problem.
Alright.
2 days out from travel. Well, we need to get to the fucking princess so she can't get to the coronation. On the other hand, the coronation might be postponed so they don't get attacked during it. So
This is very true. With something like this, a lot of places would postpone shit.
Yeah, they would. You would think, anyway.
I don't like how you
Yeah,
said
you
that.
think.
You just
Anyway,
Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm just. How high are the walls?
to the castle?
No, just to the city walls.
Oh, well, there are no city walls. There are just guards patrolling the outskirts of town.
If I did that, that would probably change my alignment to chaotic evil.
Probably.
Oh boy.
I was going. I was going. I was gonna start going out and start attacking gods on the thing,
Yeah, no, that's
but
definitely.
You're trying to make yourself an enemy of the state? God damn.
Party gets back, and Ninrar's covered in blood. Hey guys, what? Hey guys, what happened? We should be asking you. Oh, what? This? Nah, it's just guards' blood. Guards' blood.
I'm gonna see if I can go talk to Festal.
Okay. So you go over to Fester. You go over to Fester's house, and you knock on his door, and you don't get an answer.
Hmm. He's probably in the castle.
It is the middle of the day.
He's probably not allowed to leave the castle. Oh, he's probably asleep then. I'm gonna go to the pub and just hang out and just try to make small talk and be like, "What the fuck's going on? I'm just so lost."
Yeah.
I'm gonna play dumb.
Well, so you go to the pub, and Kathy's sitting there, and she is freaking the fuck out. She has never seen this many guards out, especially not during the daytime. So she's just constantly talking and freaking out, and as she's talking, she's like trying to talk herself out of it, but ends up getting more freaked out somehow.
I won't tell her. Look, yeah. There's probably they probably just saw something that's just on high alert, especially with the coordination.
And Kathy's sitting there still rambling, going, "Oh, maybe that's the case, but what if it isn't? What if somebody actually broke into the castle? What if somebody's trying to kill us? What if somebody wants to steal from the diner?"
So, oh, I was about to freak out.
Huh? What?
My computer went to standby.
Oh.
I thought my computer crashed for a second. I'm just gonna wait for the rest of the day and just
Wait
see
it
if
out.
things calm down. Yeah.
God, I hope this isn't another fucking Jerry thing where it's like, huh, well, it shouldn't be too long. 2 months later.
I'm pretty much like at this point, like, look, I know I've done like enough fucking damage, and I know like those gods are probably either questioning if like what the fuck's going on.
Oh. At the very least, you've probably postponed a coronation, seeing as they probably wouldn't want to get attacked during that point in time. No matter what the princess says, she is not the fucking queen yet, so.
Okay, so I take
No, I have an idea for that, like on coordination day, like whenever we figure that out.
okay.
Can I get my
So
head ready and action a section early for that?
you can try to do so at the start of tomorrow's session. But until such a time, are we just gonna end it here then?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna hang out in town.
Are we getting
Okay.
inside?
So, over the next few days, as the party slowly arrives, the day before the coronation was supposed to take place, which is technically the next day from what we were just talking about, you hear that the king has issued, since nobody was found and there's no real evidence that anyone was actually there, save for a broken balcony, the coronation is still going to go on as scheduled.
Did he say anything about the increased security presence, or like, is everything going back to normal, or was it just, you know,
They are keeping the extra
bad
security. They are keeping the extra security as a defensive measure, just in case. But aside from that, everything is still going according to plan. Everything is still going as it originally was planned.
So can people still, like, can people leave town now?
Yes.
Okay.
Just not
I
at
still
night.
like.
Can people
Sorry?
just not at night? I was gonna say, can people enter town?
Yes, people can enter and exit town during the daytime as normal. There are still guards patrolling at night because of bandit activity.
I like to think Ninrar is talking with Kathy, and she's just freaking out, and Sigmund, and then just out of the corner, just from off screen. Huh? Funny that, huh? Sigmund's voice. The party has returned. They're reunited.
So here's a question: how well would I remember what I did to the walls of her room?
Well, considering you're the one who did them, I would assume you'd remember them pretty well.
Okay. Because I'm going. Okay, so this is out of character. This is for next section because this is what Ninwa would have actually done. So when they actually confront her,
Mhm.
he would while she's talking, he would cast minor illusions and start having the whispers go again, and just have a shit-eating grin across his face, and just see if she can realize like who's actually casting it, and it's like, you motherfucker.
Considering there's a verbal component to the spell, I think she'd point you out pretty quickly.
What, to minor illusion?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
Oh wait, sorry. There's no verbal component, but there is a somatic component.
Oh yeah.
So you'd have to be making hand signs.
And
If only we had a spellcaster that knew Zone of Truth.
Do we have a spellcaster that knows Zone of Truth?
We don't. I'm just saying, if only we did. I don't know. Aurora
yeah.
might have it, but I'm not really thinking off that.
Okay.
Hell,
Anyway,
JoJo might have it. He might need to just prepare it, but you know.
so that's where we're ending it.
But yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and kill the recording. So.
Bye, bitches.